Alright, Chapter 1. Different types of hacker. There are 10 types of people, those who understand binary and those who don't. So 10 is 2 in binary. In binary we only have ones and zeros, and 10 would be 2. So there are only 2 types of people, those who understand binary and those who don't. We start with the user hackers. These are the people who exploit people. They don't exploit systems. They get things done, and these are completely different from other breeds of hackers that we're going to talk about, which are the technical hackers. User hackers can be good at social engineering. This is a thing that they do. They manipulate people, they communicate well, they persuade others to do things and give them access to systems. For example, a user hacker would call the IT department to reset the password of a given machine and then get access to that machine using the password, even though he doesn't even work in that company. Or he impersonates an authority, such as the CIO, to send email to employees asking them to do stuff. Or seduces a person. That's also some social engineering skill. You've seen that in James Bond's movies. The women that go and steal information from James Bond. So these are all sources of user hacking. This is not the focus of this course, so we're just going to mention it. They're technically not considered computer hackers. They're semi-technical. They know a little bit about technicality, but they're not really good at understanding systems. Big hacking teams usually have a few of these in them, and most of the damage are caused by these people, ironically, to companies. So a lot of companies around the world are now having education to make people less vulnerable against this. So you see in the photo a few examples of social hacking. What's your email password? Facebook password, Twitter password? It's mom. Okay, the first group of real hackers that we know are called script junkies or script kiddies. These hackers subscribe to forums and channels. They follow the big name hackers. They're really interested in knowing hacking, but they don't have much technical capacity. So they find all the hacking tools that they can and run it on everyone. And they eventually hack a few targets, and then they call themselves hacker. They do not have advanced knowledge. All they know is from practicing these tools and hanging around with people who want to be hackers. And these are the people that boast themselves as hacker all of the time. So if you see someone telling you, I'll hack you if you don't date me, they're script junkies. If they were serious hackers, they would never say that, because then they would end up in jail. So as you see in the photo, knows how to open CMD, tells everyone he's an hacker. So examples would be a tool that, given an IP address, floods the connection, denial of service attack. So if you play online gaming, they just find your IP and run this tool and disconnect you from the internet, and then they call hacking. Some better ones test advanced vulnerability detection software, such as Metasploit, Nessus, and other tools on websites and find vulnerabilities. And they usually make claims that they can't deliver on. So for example, they will say, I will destroy your computer in 5 minutes, just to scare you off. But all they can do is tell you your IP address. They love rats, which are remote access trojans. These are software that, if installed on your computer, enables a remote person to take control of your computer, such as eject your CD drive, restart your computer, read your messages, and things like that. Script junkies can do real damage, particularly to servers, because they pick the target that they can hack. So they scan 1,000 different servers, and one of them that's vulnerable to these automated tools gets hacked by them. So they might claim credit for hacking certain websites, but it's not like they were able to do that. They just found something that they had the tool for. And there's a lot of them out there. Who doesn't love to be a hacker? There's a lot of script junkies out there. These people either give up after a while or end up in prison. Some of them become better hackers, but at this point they usually don't grow out of the script junkie position. The other group of hacker is known as white hat. White hats are software engineers that became hackers. They don't really do real world hacking. They don't really hack software. They don't cause real damage. They know security very well. They have education in security. They have practice in security. They've practiced hacking on controlled environment and controlled systems, not in the wild a lot. And they're in high demand. So the demand for white hat hackers is 600% the supply in the United States. They can probably hack simple targets because they have a lot of knowledge, but they don't have much experience with hacking real systems. What they do is mostly defense systems. So different companies hire white hats to defend their systems. These are usually nice and ethical people. I know many dozens of white hat hackers, and these are real good people. For example, security engineers in Google, Facebook, Microsoft, etc. Although each of these companies have one or two black hat hackers because these are big companies and they can afford that, but the majority of companies just have white hat hackers. The incident response teams, which are known as cyber emergency response teams, CERTs, in each country, there are multiple sections that have teams that are ready to respond to cyber threats. Network administrators, black hats that have become old. They haven't done any real hacking in like 10 years. These guys are also white hats. So these are examples of the white hat hackers. Now we get to the black hat hackers, which are the actual thing you know as hackers and see in the movies as hackers. There aren't many of them around, and even less of that is publicly known. So I probably know 50 black hat hackers, but probably less than 5 of them have public profiles. They all work for either a military, they work for some government, they work for some big company, and they just prefer to be hidden because that's the lifestyle they've chosen. What they do is that they find zero-day exploits. Zero-day exploits are tools that are not known yet. So they're 0 days. Nobody knows about them yet, and they can hack any system that they target. So no antivirus software, no scanner can detect them. These black hat guys either sell them in the black market or get bounties for them, because a lot of companies now provide bounties if you just report the 0 day instead of using it to hack the company. They pay you like $20,000 instead of selling it on the black market for $50,000 and then risking jail time. The black hats develop a lot of exploits, which are the tools that are used to hack systems, and each one of them or each group of them has their own private arsenals. So each one of them has tools of the trade that no one else knows about. For example, hackers that steal money are black hats. The ransomware developers that are very prevalent today are black hats. Government hackers are usually black hats in each government. Software crackers, yes, it counts as a hacker. There's a lot of Russian software crackers that I know, and it's been becoming more common all around the world. Some of the real hacks and worms on Facebook or Gmail that you see, you probably don't see much of them. Most of what you see is social engineering, but some of them are by black hats.